good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Longhorns will kick it away to start. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Guys, let's chat about Alabama. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. They'll fit right in.
You know, they say sometimes for quarterbacks, the hardest throws to make are when the guy's wide open. How do you miss that throw if you're the QB? Just put air on it. You can underthrow it by 10 yards. That receiver would have come back and fielded a punt.
To the air, it's Russell. Bringing the heat. Snagged in the middle, it's Horton. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Now improvising. He's going to take off. Oh, they knock him free. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to pass on second down. Here's a heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the first down.
And when you're a defense and you get third and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath,
well, that
go rally, make the tackle. Perfect third down and long execution by this defense.
Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
That cornerback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. To the air, it's Manning. Pressure coming. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
He'll field the punt and see what he can get. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs on in scoring position.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Find space on the right. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top of the pick.
That's a decision the quarterback would love to have back. Down here in this area of the field, in the red zone, these windows, they close so quickly. Everything just has to be done a little bit faster. You've got to be so much more precise, and as a result of being late on the throw.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Dropping back, it's Russell. Looking left. Pulls it in. It's Williams. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Well, that receiver, he knew he had to get his head turned around quickly. He's running the curl route against zone coverage, but he knows his quarterback is going to be firing that ball into him. It's a rocket pass. He's able to make the catch and get the first.
With the catch, it's Williams. Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him twice. Shoot, let's go to him a third time.
And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the knee.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Caught over the middle. It's Hale. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and it's not just run, it's not just eat clock, it is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
Here comes the heat. He's got it. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started.
That quarter flew by.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They are in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The play action fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
They come to the line, facing third and long from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Quickly to the tight end. He's in open space downfield. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's McCutcheon. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw? He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Trying to set up the screen. Brings into the open. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. To the air, it's Russell. The screen, he can go. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Crimson Tide could get very aggressive here on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. A strike downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask him to do.
Keep on moving,
very
baby.
comfortable handing the ball off, running the ball, controlling the clock, trying to keep your defense fresh. Nah, bro. If you can't score points now, if you can't get first downs and go get me touchdowns, you're not going to be on the field.
Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Running behind that left side. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Yeah, 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Coming out with it, it's Butler. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Got a man, it's Baxter. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field.
He lobs one high down the left side. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet. 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Back to pass, it's Russell. Rushes on him. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Connection to the right. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Hale. Turning it on. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
That was great. What up, BG?
They've got it down to the 3.
Come in here trolling me. Be excited for your team. I don't talk trash.
Got it in the middle. It's Edwards. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the rest.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Trying to surge it in. Fighting his way for every inch much, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Florida State is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Tallahassee for some time.
Now Yak on the other
They're
side.
up by 17 over NC State.
He's more realistic now, but I think
if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
I didn't get to watch the game, like I said.
To throw,
But
it's
it seems like
catch in the middle.
Florida State lost that game more than
Virginia
did.
it out to the 42-yard line.
Reading everything and looking at the box score and looking at the drives.
Wants to go up top on first down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
We turned it over
I think
inside
for
the
the
red zone,
quarterback, he's going to
inside
have to
the
be
5.
so good with his eyes in this game.
They probably should have went for 2
in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially
end
when
of
you're
the game,
trying to
too.
throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They're dealing
And you
with a
got them on
second
the
and
ropes.
long.
Exhausted.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back
Malzahn's
to the
keen
air.
2-point
Throws to the
conversion.
wideout. Catch in the
Just
middle.
go
It's
ahead and end it.
McCutcheon. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. To the air on first down. The sure hands, it's Lockett. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Got his man downfield. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. And he gets to the line and spikes it very efficient, and they have a chance to score before the break. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. The lead is down to a field goal. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Bully ball on third and short. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on its way to a first down.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds the tight end. Fights off a defender. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
There he goes. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
That pass is incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This
Snags it. Touchdown, Texas. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. The defense just lost track of it. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to throw, it's Russell. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Leaves it with the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They're going to ride this running back. Oh, got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
Man, what a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
He'll bring it out. It's McCutcheon. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's Lockett. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Fires to the big fella. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The Longhorns really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Baxter. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
A nice job by the QB. It's third down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Got the first down and more. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They think there's room to run to the right here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a third and long. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
I got to be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen a defense contain this quarterback the way this defense has in this game today. Multiple sacks. They have been so disruptive. Multiple guys up front, winning their one-on-ones. You got to give the D coordinator a ton of credit. He has dialed up the perfect plays and the perfect moments, and they have made this guy's life a living nightmare today.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get... Earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up.
We'll cover 3.
It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. Blasted as he lets it go.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Dropping back, it's Russell. Bears the pressure. And as he throws. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
On the run, it's Baxter. Breaks the tackle. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2-, 3-, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Touchdown Longhorns! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Wow. And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. That's reeled in. It's Young.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. To the air, it's Russell. Grab near the marker, it's Hale. Oh, what a move to get open. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. It's probably pretty comforting for this offensive coordinator to know as soon as the game's kicked off, I can pretty much pencil in a 100-yard receiving day for this dude.
And I want to be the quarterback. I mean, that guy, it's always open, man, zone. I know I'm looking his way because he's going to catch the football. He's going to make big plays for me. So, yeah, I'm not surprised they're going to continue to highlight this guy in the passing game.
Makes the grab. It's Williams. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Big moment here for the defense. Can you come up with one more stop? You've got the lead. It's 4th and short. You're kind of in no man's land, so you're expecting them to go for it. If you can get off the field right here, you can win this game.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that 4th down stop, and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the 4th quarter to get me the football back.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Looking for room. It's Baxter. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And this is a part of the game where it is so nice to have a big physical running back who can break tackles, right? You got the lead. It's late in the game. Defense is tired, and he's able to just bounce off of tacklers, keep going forward, picking up first downs and moving the sticks.
Pulls it in. It's Wingo. Breaks into the open. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
And that's exactly...
I should have taken points. Really, I should have freaking called a different run play.
What you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He had no chance. A host of defenders back there for a loss of 4.
Right.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the 4th quarter by 1 possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
Here comes that Alabama offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Russell. That's caught. It's Williams. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And obviously this offense wants to keep it up. Like, keep the pace going, get as many plays as possible, maybe eke one more out here before a 2-minute timeout.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Sends it downfield. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they take it in for 6 more points. These two teams just trading body shots and haymakers.
And we talked about it all week. These two teams, just great teams going at it. Who's going to make the plays late? Who's not going to make the plays? But we knew this was going to be a huge battle because these teams are so good and so evenly matched.
He'll bring it out. It's McCutcheon. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
Yeah, he coached me for the most part. Coach me.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got his man. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And this offense, they got another positive gain, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get 1st downs and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
And they trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
With the catch, it's McCutcheon. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, I'm going to be curious to see this offense down the stretch. That's back-to-back runs. This is a pivotal part of the game. We're in the 4th quarter. Like, what are they going to lean on? What weapon are they going to go to find a way to get across the finish line?
And the Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Manning. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And these moments can be tight, man. You start looking at that clock, and that thing's staring at you. So I got to pass, I got to pass. Big 4th down and short. You got to get this 1st down. So you got to be thinking about that first before you think about the clock.
They booted away on 4th down. this drive will open from the 15. Going right to work up top. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game.
It's the plays like that that are going to end up defining and deciding this game, right? It's tight. Tie game, fourth quarter. Someone is going to step up and make a game-changing play, and the defender did right there.
Here comes the Texas offense. Okay, they're already within field goal range, Jesse. Now it's just get the ball to where the kicker wants it.
Exactly. A lot of offenses like to kind of center this. It really comes down to which side the kicker wants to kick the football from. Obviously, David, it goes without saying, ball security.
Yeah, don't get too greedy, but you want to pick up a little bit of extra yards here to make this kick as easy as possible.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Takes the handoff. It's Baxter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Already 2 for 2 on the day, and now a chance to finish his day with a game-winning kick. And this one is perfect. That was a spontaneous combustion of a celebration on the sidelines, and wait to see what happens if they can hold on for a few more seconds. They'll pull in the squib kick inside the 15. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Scanning the field, it's Russell. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Ballers.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. Two ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Really well played by him. Really well. Fumbled it. Oh, yeah. Oh. Made that first. first interception. I should have hit a bit more. Oh, I have enough. How did I get that? Pick down 7. Tight end. Punted it. Why did I throw this ball? Man, I should have thrown it up to Ryan. Why did I throw it up to him? There's a 40. Looks like he's in cover 3. Cover 3 lock. Looks like. Lock. I don't know. Pressure forced me to throw it. Because if I get over that linebacker or a DB, he cuts across, leaves that big gap. Damn. Or I should have just thrown up those games. It's gotta be back pylon, dog. Or 7. Yeah, field goal. Scores. Tough. Tough. May not make the playoffs now, dog. Auburn. What's their schedule like? Hopefully, damn. Never mind. They're gonna lose. Never mind. Damn, that was a bad timing loss right there. Far around here, I hope. I clicked the check now. It doesn't say there.